Hi there. The liberal reform and the liberal reform war were some of the most controversial moments in Mexico's history, as it showed a true division between its people and its government. And today, we, the Six, will show you how it happened, why it happened, and who was part of it. Thank you.
Hello, let's talk about the political conditions of the Liberal Reform War and the Reform War. I will begin with the Liberal Reform War. The time period from the Liberal Reform War was from 1855 to 1861. In this time, the political situation was liberal. It created a liberal constitution with some reform laws. In the reform law from 1858 to 1861, this was also known as the Three Years' War. This war consisted in the fight between liberals and conservatives to decide what type of government the country would be. This war established the democratic capitalist government system, eliminating the colonial empire. Now the people could vote to elect their ruler.
One of my colleagues will give you the prelude to the reform war.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Can you answer one question?
Of course.
This was about the time period of 1855 to 1861, about the Liberal Reform War and Reform War. But we want to know what were the economic conditions of this period.
Okay, let's go. With the objective of obtaining more resources to stop the war and to fix the public treasury, drastic measures had to be taken. Congress gave an initiative to stop debts for 2 years. The idea was discussed and accepted in the Legislative Assembly and was published in July of 1861. It was too late because foreign governments started the second French intervention in Mexico.
In the economic condition, the conflict was fought between conservative and liberal groups. The former saw the permanence of the state of affairs to the colony, as long as it favored its privilege and the economy was first consolidated in the interior of the country. For its part, the liberals they sought social transformation towards a modern political structure with an emphasis on the external market.
Hello. Now we will talk about the historical events that occur in this period, the Reform Liberal War and the Reform War. In this time, Mexico had an external debt with Spain, France, and England. Mexico became poor due to the fight of independence, so Benito Juarez canceled this debt because actually Mexico didn't have enough money to pay their external debts. So especially this event caused the change of the system of government. So Benito Juarez started a new rule or a new system to govern the country.
Plutarco Elias Calles passed a constitution in 1917 that severely limited the political and economic power of the Catholic Church, which caused a lot of its believers and more conservative politicians to be highly uncomfortable with his politics, which influenced a lot in the Reform War, and it almost cost it.
The War of Reform, or also known like the War of the 3 Years, began the 17th of December of 1857 with the promulgation of the Plan of Tacubaya. The War of Reform is a period of social transformation and was characterized by the attempt to end the privilege of the ruling classes, the revival of the economy, and the restoration of work. The war was between the conservatives and liberals. The conservatives sought the permanence of the state to favor their privilege, and the liberals wanted to have a federal government. Due to the wars and battles, the economy in Mexico was strongly affected by the political and social changes. Then Mexico began to have many debts with countries.
The problems of transport provoked big collapse in the majority of the manufacturing centers of the provinces of the north and the end of the center. The population could not grow during this decade. Its distribution changed likely by means of immigrations to regions of the Northwest and the Gulf and to the cities, especially to the city of Mexico.
The Reform War was a very divisive moment in Mexican history. Both conservatives and liberals were very staunch in their positions. And while it succeeded in completely removing church from state, the conflict that followed it may not have been worth it. But also, we hope you have been informed enough to have a strong opinion about this, and we hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you.